Hey everybody, welcome back to Blue Collar Whiskey Drinkers. I'm Robbie.
And I'm Cody.
On this episode tonight, we are reviewing one we've wanted on for a while, Old Elk. This
Yeah,
is
Old Elk.
their blended straight bourbon whiskey, so it's kind of their bottom tier of whiskeys. They have multiple different kinds. I've had about 4 or 5, all very good. So I'm pretty excited to try this bottle tonight, and I know we've talked about it for a while. So
yeah, we both have had this one. It's not one we haven't had before. So
yes,
but we've never reviewed it. We've never sat down and really kind of enjoyed it and went through all the ways. So
yes.
tonight we're gonna do that, which I'm excited about.
So what do you think about this bottle before we get into the bottle?
So this is probably one of the more fancier looking bottles. I love this bottle. I love the shape of the bottle. I love the thick glass on the bottom of the bottle. I love the cork of the bottle. Pretty much everything about this bottle is pretty, like when it sits on your shelf, it's a baller looking.
Yeah,
honestly, it looks like a high end whiskey.
It looks like say if there was no labeling on it. Yeah, I was gonna say if there was no labeling on here, it would look just like a decanter, especially with how fat this is up here. And so you guys know, they make this cork top to look like an elk antler. Yeah. So you can see all the grooves built into there on the camera.
Yeah. And then they have their logo.
Is really cool.
It's pretty cool with the 2 antlers. Very cool. This bottle is from Colorado. So this is a distillery in Colorado, Fort Collins in Colorado. So Robbie had the pleasure of going there when we went to Utah. He went there on the way, which he'll tell you about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Why don't you tell the people about the bottle and the price and everything real quick?
Yeah. So Old Elk is 4% alcohol. So kind of a lower proof, but it's still a good proof to it. We got, for price on this, me and Robbie were talking, it's kind of right on the cusp of being in that 4.2 category, right, Robbie, that we did for Horse Soldier bourbon last episode with on our what's your whiskey episode with Ben, which was a great whiskey.
I loved it. It's
one
of my favorites.
So going into some of the more details, it's aged. It says 5 years. It has a statement right here on the back. 5 years. It's 3 blended whiskeys. So one comes from MGP, one comes from an unknown distillery in New York, and then Colorado from them. So they blend these 3 whiskeys together to make this bourbon. And I guess this is a very high malt barley for bourbon. So they have a high percentage. I think it was like 34% of malted barley, which is pretty high for bourbon, I guess. 51% what is it, corn?
Yeah, corn.
So about 15% rye is what I've read. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the details. So about $50, give or take. You might be able to get it cheaper if you're lucky. Some places sell it. I know some of the Total Wine and More's, if you got one local to you, they sell it for cheaper. Sometimes you'll get it for like $40+ bucks.
Yeah.
That's really hard though. Most liquor stores are right at that 50, even a little more for this bottle, which
which like I got mine for $45.99. But I have seen it higher, so it's like it's just one of those things. We want to try to be as close to realistic with the price, because I believe there's been a couple whiskeys where we've been a little low on because we got it at a good deal. But this one, so we just went ahead and threw it in that 4.2 category with Horse Soldier. It's right on the cusp.
What is it? 1%?
0.5% difference.
0.5% difference. Wow. Yeah. So this is really close. And the Horse Soldier is 2 to 4 year age, right?
Yeah, this one's 5 years. So honestly, all around very close. I'm excited to. Honestly, I think this is going to be good because we have something to compare this one to.
And it was last week, so it's real fresh.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and read off the back here. This is on the back of the bottle. At Old Elk, we craft remarkably smooth and innovative spirit that transcends tradition. With 4 decades of experience, few have influenced the American bourbon landscape more than Old Elk's master distiller, Greg Metzi. Guided by his skill, Old Elk Bourbon uses 4 times more malted barley than conventional recipes, creating a rich, smooth flavor in harmony with caramel cues evoked by charred barrels and spice notes of rye. So pretty cool, and something we did find on our research when we're kind of looking into this whiskey. So for the bourbon proofing process, it takes 24 to 48 hours. They do it longer. Apparently, they go weeks instead of days. And this is and they do it in smaller increments and to keep the liquid cool when they're going from the barrel to the bottling proof. And they call this technique slow cut. It's called slow cut proofing process. And they see this as just adding a smooth, rich flavor that separates Old Elk from the rest of the bourbons out there. So I thought that was pretty cool. 24 to 48 hours, that's just 2 days, 1 to 2 days. So the fact that they're going weeks, they don't specify really how long, but you're doubling or really probably tripling that time frame that other distillers are using. So
I mean, from what I read, that it's supposed to have a very like silky mouthfeel, velvety mouthfeel, and that might be, that smoothness that it gets from what their process is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that could be it. I don't know. But cool fact too. What is it? Greg Metzi?
Yeah.
So I guess he was one of the master distillers for MGP.
Yes.
And then he left and
helped
start this company. I think he's part owner, part founder or something.
Yeah, I think if I remember, he's the master distiller, because there's the founder, and then there's a CEO, and then there was Greg. Whenever I was looking it up and everything. But yeah, Greg been around the game for a long time, so that's pretty cool that Old Elk was able to get him, steal him away. So cool. You ready to try this?
Heck yeah, man, I'm ready. I got it.
Right.
Sitting in my glass here.
Yeah. So you guys know we actually went ahead and poured it right before we started the episode tonight. Again, we have been opening our bottles usually whenever we get them. That way it just helps with the oxygenation of the whiskey and everything and enhances the flavor.
Yeah, lets the whiskey breathe and opens it up.
So since Cody had his longer than mine, I popped mine as soon as possible. Let it breathe for the past week. And then something else Cody was telling me right before the episode, if you pour it in the glass and let it breathe in there, it really helps it out as well too. So they were like, okay.
Myself.
I was like, he's like, I'm going to do this. I was like, all right, let's do it. So yeah, that's why it's already poured. Well, cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers. Smells good.
It smells really good.
It's got a kind of a florally smell too.
Wow.
Right off the bat, malted barley. I can totally tell.
Well, they weren't kidding. It is definitely a smooth, lasting, it's a long finish.
Yeah.
Very long.
Yeah. That's a good flavor. You know, it kind of.
It is pretty sweet. Like it has a very sweet aspect to it.
You get that burnt oak.
I do gotta say, yeah, this is one whiskey where the smell truly matches the flavor.
Got a real sweet caramel to it as well.
They were saying that it's like maple syrup type deal. I went ahead and added water droplets.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
A few.
You gotta say, wow.
What do you think? It smells like. Oh, it's more sweet. You can smell the barley, the malted barley grain.
Yeah.
Through the sweetness too. Smells good.
Definitely getting a little bit of that caramel.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, man.
All right. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh wow. That finish is now sweet.
Yeah, the sweet carries out. It like draws out longer.
Yeah.
It's good. I like that. So, well, I'm liking it. It's a good sipper, good neat sipper for sure. I don't get that like, I get the little bit of a velvety kind of mouthfeel. It's kind of oily, kind of silky, kind of a little bit. Not a crazy mouth like I was kind of thinking it was like before. But still really good.
No, it's
a good mouthfeel. You know, fucking Horse Soldier had a really good smell.
No, it did.
Remember that?
I love it. Yeah.
Wow.
This is probably going to be a very stiff category.
You know what you should do?
After
the episode, we'll pour some Horse Soldier neat in this neat.
This is getting smoother.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's already smooth. It's just like going down like water now.
You know, I do like the difference, like the extra malted barley that's in there.
Yeah.
It kind of, because I know a lot of Scotch, right, has a lot of barley, malted barley a lot of times, depending on the Scotch. But
so. We need to do a Scotch.
Yeah, I know.
Which we so you guys know, this may actually be not our last bourbon, but just the last bourbon for a few episodes.
Yeah, we just did our spreadsheet and we're like, yeah, we've done a lot of bourbons. We need to mix it up a little bit here. So we'll probably do some ryes coming up.
Some ryes. We'll probably throw in a couple Irish whiskeys and definitely throw in a Scotch.
American whiskey.
I would like to even throw in at least one Japanese whiskey before we come back to bourbon.
Well, definitely before the end of the year, we'll get one of those in there.
Yeah,
I think at least maybe one or two. Hopefully, that'd be good.
Yeah, I would like to at least get one more Irish since we've done one this year. Maybe a couple Scotch, maybe a couple Japanese, and definitely do a few ryes and a couple of American whiskeys.
But yeah, everybody, let us know what you guys want to see. I mean, really, realistically, what you guys and girls and everybody want to see is what we want to do. So,
well,
we all.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. We also, you know, obviously we like certain things more than others, but you know, we want to, you know, get what the people want
Yeah.
out there. You know, what do you guys want to be reviewed? You know.
Yeah, definitely let us know what you want us to try. I also, it's just like coincidence we've knocked out so many bourbons the way we have. One other thing we need to do, and just realize, or when I was putting that spreadsheet together, was we haven't done any Tennessee whiskeys. Like,
well, actually, George Stickle Rise. I guess that's the Tennessee whiskey.
well, yeah, but
But it's a rye.
Fell under our rye category, so I didn't put it there.
Yeah, exactly.
So we need to do just George Stickle. We need to do Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. I've been trying to get Robbie to get the new bonded bottle that just came out. He's not able to get it yet. I have it, so we're waiting for him to be able to get it because we really want to review that one because it's new. They also have like a triple mash or something that's came out at the same time. It's like a red label. I want to do that.
In the meantime, we could also try Gentleman Jack. See how that is.
Gentleman Jack. Have a battle between Jack Daniels and maybe
George Dickel.
A Tennessee battle, George Dickel. That might be kind of fun, but let us know. That's
that one would actually be a good versus is that one. So,
yeah, they're two basics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit, Robbie, what are you thinking, dude? Well, actually, we never gave the bottle a score.
Oh yeah, before that.
So, let me hear what you got to say.
Again, I agree with everything. It looks like a high-end bottle, which some of these old elks will be higher end, but just the overall bottle has a good classy look. Has the thick cork with the elk antler look on there. The top of the elk antler looks awesome. Has USA with 2 elks on it with oldie barrel right in the middle.
It's hard because the Horse Soldier was so cool too.
Yeah, I almost want to bump up Horse Soldier to like a 4.6 and do this.
That's what I gave
4.5.
Yeah.
So I think Horse Soldier's 4.6. This is 4.5. Right there, close. I just appreciate Horse Soldiers a little bit more. The story behind it's really cool. I'm not trying to take away from Old Elk. It's just that one was just unique.
I would say this would notch it out if the way they make the whole story behind, like we were talking about in this other episode, you could find some of that information out or go to their website. But the whole story behind the making it, like Robbie was mentioning, is that's kind of how I feel, dude. I feel exactly what you were just saying. It puts it over the edge of like, and then you got that metal, label, and the cork is really thick and badass too. It's got a nice coin on top. The whole thing about it is.
Again, I think they're very close. They're right neck to neck. I would just say, go ahead.
They're both like kind of not normally shaped bottles.
You're right.
Like
they're both going to catch your eye for sure.
Yeah.
So, anyways, 4.5 for this one is my vote or my score.
I would agree.
But this is a phenomenal looking bottle. This is going to catch your eye. You're going to walk into the liquor store. I guarantee you you're going to be like, oh, I like that bottle.
For sure.
So with that being said, 4.5 on the bottle. Great looking bottle. Now let's go to this neat score. I gave it a 4.3. I thought it was very good. Just, again, Horse Soldier edged it out just a little bit in my book.
100% agree.
So, just barely, like it was a close one. Like I was like,
it was real close. The smell of Horse Soldier with the water droplets was just great.
Oh,
so good, so good.
I'll be honest, guys. I wasn't expecting it to be this close because Horse Soldier came in really freaking hot, and I was like thinking this would be a 4.1, 4.2.
I was thinking it's gonna be close because this is it's a good one.
I'm not. I enjoy it. I was like, oh, Horse Soldier is so good. So
I actually thought this might smudge it out a little.
Really?
I was kind of,
well,
I was like on the fence. It might beat it, but then
we'll see. Actually, tonight, we have
yeah, we'll see.
3 other ways we're going to try it. Actually,
I don't know,
technically
dude.
4. So you guys know, for this episode, we are reviewing it neat, on the rocks, old fashioned, and then a specialty cocktail.
Yep.
And then Cody and I discussed it. We're gonna, once we kind of get off this recording this, we're gonna go ahead and try it on with Coke and just kind of see what it's like.
Yeah, we'll give a Coke score. Maybe we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, on the next episode, we'll maybe bring it up, or we'll post about it on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
But
so we have 3 other ways we're going to try tonight. One's a specialty cocktail. We'll still give the score on, but it doesn't count to the overall score for this whiskey. So yeah, this is I'm excited to try it on the rocks. I think this may actually beat out Horse Soldier on the rocks.
yes, I could see that, because that was the only area Horse struggled for me.
Was the smell?
And I think I was the harshest on it, on that episode, in comparison to you and Ben.
Yeah.
I was a little harder on it, just because the smell dropped off completely.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, it did.
What the hell happened to the amazing smell? And it was still really good in the ice. It just had a little less flavor, but this might take it. This might beat it in that category. Yeah.
Alrighty, so we settled 4.3 with neat.
4.3. No, we didn't settle. We were fucking right on the same page.
Yeah, I wasn't ahead of you this time. I wasn't at like 4.5.
No, complete agreement. All right, so we're back with our Old Elk blended bourbon. So we got it's sitting in ice right now. It's been sitting just a little bit, so we're kind of letting it cool down. But it's got a great smell.
Yeah, the smell did not drop off one bit.
It's got that same malted barley smell.
Yeah.
A little bit of the caramel.
So.
But yeah. What do you think? Is it chewing your ice up now, or it's actually kind of metal? Mine's kind of mellowed back out. So like it was in the beginning, kind of chewing it up pretty fast, but now it's pretty good.
Honestly, I think it's pretty smooth and consistent. I got this nice circular one. So cheers.
Cheers.
Oh wow. That's good.
That's good.
That is really good, man.
Wow. We found this. That's the way right there, man. That finish.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. It's got a nice, just follow through with that finish.
Yes.
Man. I mean, Jesus, it just.
I knew what you were trying to go for, so I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is really good." Old Elk, so good. So you guys know, I have been up there to Fort Collins. At the time, I really never even heard of Old Elk. I think I saw the bottles around a couple times, but we were planning to head to. We were on our way to Utah last year for my 30th to go to High West Distillery. We stopped in Fort Collins for my buddy Dylan, who's been on the episode, to visit Fat Tire up there, or Fat Tire, I guess, New Belgium Brewery. So
it's like one of the first. It's one of the first microbreweries, really. One of them, really.
So we visited that, checked out the brewery, played some games, and then we were like, all right, well, let's go check out Fort Collins because we were staying the night there. We walked down. We actually passed a small distillery, which we've talked about before on the episode. Really cool place. And then we, walked around the town. And we finished off the night by stopping at Old Elk. It wasn't the distillery; it was just this bar. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's basically just the bar,
like a taste room,
tasting
kind of
room.
deal. Yeah,
very cool. Something I definitely recommend if you ever go to Fort Collins, hit up the Old Elk tasting room. They bring out on the flight, coolest looking flight I've ever seen. They bring it out on an elk antler with like 4 or 5 different whiskeys you get to try and sip on. And honestly, just overall, 10 out of 10. Elk antler really threw it over the top. But my experience, with their servers, the bartenders, just talking to everybody was great. I definitely plan to make a trip to Fort Collins again to actually spend some time and go check out Old Elk, even visit the smaller distillery down the road. But definitely worth checking out. Very good place. So.
Yeah, I didn't have the pleasure of getting there.
Yeah, so Cody was coming from the West Coast. We're coming from east in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Head up northwest.
So that'd have been like another, 10 hours out of the way.
Yeah. Which they were able to see like Salt Lake City, a few hours. You guys got there in the morning time, didn't you? Or the night before?
We got there the night before, bro.
Yeah,
we got to spend actually a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah, so the night we were in Fort Collins, they were already in Utah. So.
Yeah, we were riding scooters before everybody else, which was the funnest. Oh man, that was so fun! I want to do that.
Yelled out by a bunch of homeless people in Salt Lake. It was fun. It was just like we were riding these scooters. There was
10 of us?
Yeah, 10.
At least 10 of us.
And right when we started to go, we were going down to this brewery, and Kelsey almost eats it right in front of me. I don't know how she saved it.
Oh, and dude. It was an epic save.
Because if she did not save herself, I was going to hit her.
You were either going to hit her or you were going to swerve and crash. It was either one.
Honestly,
you probably still would have hit her.
Yeah, there was like a tree to my left. She's on my right, so I could have probably swerved and maybe missed her. But it was just like, is she falling? But yeah. She somehow pulled it off. Salt Lake City had this pretty cool gamer. What would you call it? Gamer bar deal?
It was like an arcade bar.
Yeah, arcade bar.
It was pretty sick.
It was awesome. Only downside was
just kind of it was kind of
over by like the console area. They had N64s, Nintendos, stuff like that. It smelled like piss, and apparently they just allow the homeless community to come down there and just chill. So it's like, all right, that's cool and all, but at the same time, you got a business to run. You don't need your place smelling like piss. So
yeah, well,
either way. So we stayed away from that area, but we just like it was me, you, Jordan, Colin. We're playing this Ninja Turtle game.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we end up beating it?
We beat the whole game.
Yeah, it was like a 4-way. We're just like
we probably spent $20 in coins at least.
Oh yeah. The girls were like ready to go, and we're like, we're almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done. Give us more coins now.
Yeah, we were yelling at the girls. We're like, get us coins now.
Yeah. That was fun.
Good, but good time.
Back to this whiskey. Hey, we got good stories,
Yeah. So, I really wanted to share the Old Elk stuff with you guys. That was a cool experience.
Yeah.
Should have done Old Elk sooner. It's been a whole year.
Yeah. We're doing it now, though. So,
yep.
I like it on the rocks. Really refreshing, especially since it's hot today. Really enjoyed that. The smell was good. Didn't lose smell. The taste was really good. The finish, though, is really what I enjoyed about it.
Yes.
Towards the end of it, mine was getting a little watered down, but that's because it's hot out and whatnot. But it was really good. I'm going to go ahead and say 4.4, 4.5. Right in that ballpark. Yeah. 4.4 probably for me.
I put 4.5. I thought it definitely better than Horse Soldier. The smell stayed there. The flavor stayed strong. Had a finish on it, and like you said, it was refreshing.
Oh yeah, Horse Soldier we only gave a 4.1.
Yeah, but it's like with it being hot out, I would just enjoy drinking this one.
Yeah,
on the rocks, which it was freaking 100 degrees here with stupid amount of humidity today.
Yeah, I think it was same. It's almost it was like 95, so pretty hot.
But it was pretty hot day, and this is.
And I don't have AC in my house, so like right now, it's hot up here. So I'm like, that's why I was saying my stuff I think is melting a little faster. So like towards the end there, I was like, okay, it's getting a little watered down, but I contribute that to the heat right now.
Yeah,
that I'm in.
Definitely, because honestly, my cube.
I don't know if you can see, I got a little shiny forehead. I'm sweating here a little bit.
I'm actually gonna throw this in the freezer and just grab another glass for the old fashioned. That way, honestly, I would like to do on the rocks again tonight. So
what do you want to settle on? 4.4, 4.5? I think.
You said 4.5 there for a second. You're like, 4.4, 4.5.
But now that I look at, I don't think it's that much better than
we'll do
Horse Soldier.
4.4.
Do you think it's that much better than Horse Soldier?
Yes, but then again, at the same time, I scored Horse Soldier 4.2. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's like a 4.4, 4.5 range, easy. So honestly, I don't oppose 4.4. I think it is a very solid.
Yeah.
And again, we got two whiskeys in this category. Some of these scores may adjust.
Yeah, exactly. And this is it's on the border of being a 4.5. Like I was in the between, so I think it's like 4.4, but I think very close to being a 4.5 in my book.
All right, so we got Old Fashioned next, and we'll finish out the night with a specialty cocktail.
You want to tell everybody, or you want to wait?
No, we can tell everybody. I was actually about to pull it up.
It's
take a look at it.
Tangerine Moscow Mule or something like that, right?
Tangerine Mule. So, ounce and a half of the Old Elk blended straight bourbon whiskey, which I'll be honest, dude, I'm gonna bump that up to 2 ounces. Because we always talk about it. I don't know.
I'm not going to.
You're not going?
I just don't have enough left.
Okay. Well, then I'll do 1.5 ounces, but I already know it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, we'll probably tell everybody, we put a little bit more whiskey in there, but I'm going to do what they say.
I'll go with what they say, and we tell everybody. We'll suffer through for you guys, so that way you don't make mistakes, and you could do the 2 ounces.
We'll tell you if it needs a little more bump.
So, but yeah, ingredients: 1.5 ounces of bourbon, ounce of fresh squeezed tangerine juice. Which, if you can't get tangerines right now, which was my case, juice is just fine. And then 1/2 ounce of fresh squeezed limes, which I got, and then ginger beer. So
4 ounces of ginger beer.
4 ounces of ginger beer. So
all right. Well, we're gonna make this old fashioned, everybody. We'll be back.
All right, everybody, we're back. We got our old fashions here. Pretty excited about this one. How do you think it's going to do? I didn't even get to ask you before we left.
I think it's going to do pretty well. I did say in the, profile, the nose and the taste of the whiskey, you might taste some cinnamon. So I'm wondering if you'll have some cinnamon in here.
Right now, it's a great smell. So.
Yeah, it smells great. Got the citrus in there. Cheers, man. Huh? Kind of I don't know. I think it's taken over. I think the flavor profile is a little taken by the everything else.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm just getting a lot of flavors. Like the whiskey's not dominant.
No.
But it's
you get like a real you get a real you get a real slight that malted barley. It's always that malted barley is always coming through a little bit. That you get it?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
But again,
it's good.
The finish, like there's a long finish to this old fashioned, just like whenever you drink it neat. Like it just sits there. But it's like I get the bitters, I get the simple, I get the whiskey, I even get the orange, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of flavors I'm getting. I'm just like, you get that whiskey initial taste, then all these other flavors start kicking in. But there's a long finish for me anyway. It's like it just sits there.
So. Yeah, it's I get the finish. It's like but it's real mellow.
No, it's mellow, but it's there. It's like it's lasting a long time, which I don't know. I'm trying to think back to, I don't remember really any other old fashioned having like a finish that just sits there. Like you drink it, it's really good. It's just
I think it's that barley.
I think it is.
Yeah. It just kind of sits on the back of my tongue. I can still taste it.
I gotta say, I think this is it's not a bad old fashioned, it's a unique one. It definitely comes through different. Yeah.
I was just a little more like, I feel like I was expecting a little more to come through the bourbon, and since we had such a good on the ice, so I was expecting more. But
yeah, no, I agree. This may be one to bump up to because we do 2 ounces. It may be one that we just bump up to 3 ounces, keep all our measurements the same, and see how it is then.
Fucking 3 ounces. Maybe 2.5.
I normally, like, if I'm not doing an episode, that's how I pour my old fashions, is 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Because the thing is 1.5 ounces, so it's just easy to fill it up twice and move on with your life.
Mine's 2 ounces, so I just fill it up once and I'm done.
But very unique. I'm gonna sip on it a little bit longer before tell everybody the score. Are you caught up with the boys?
I am.
You are. How are you liking the season so far?
This last episode?
Honestly, the entire season, except
the entire season's been good.
Yeah.
The butcher, though, he's kind of a selfish little kind of prick.
Oh, like, yeah, dude.
To his family, like his.
Wait till you see how he is in the comics.
I'm like, bro, come on, man.
All right, hey, spoiler alert, everybody. So if you don't want to get spoiled, skip forward about 5 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna spoil some moments, I'm sure,
on the show, and I'm gonna spoil some things in the comics. So skip forward.
Yeah. So overall, the season's been pretty good for me. I like the action, the gore, and the like crazy, like the outside. It's like really outside of the box crap. They're like they do things on this show that nobody else would fucking even attempt.
I was like, did I click on the right show? Dude. This is not a show. Like I tried to start it at the PD, and a couple of the officers were in there on that first episode, and I was like, I swear to God, none of the other seasons were like this.
You were trying to watch that in the PD.
Yeah. I was like, I literally paused it. I was like, I'm gonna watch this at my house. This is so bad. And fucking
God,
Joe was like,
oh my God.
he's like, what are you watching? I was like, it's The Boys. And he's
Oh
like,
my God. You
just-
literally, and this last episode, this
yeah.
6, was it 6? Yeah. Straight up porno. It's like it's a porno. Like,
Oh,
no
it
joke.
is.
Like the whole episode is basically naked people
Dicks,
doing
balls,
everything
tits, ass.
that you can imagine of
Yeah.
orgies. Yeah, that was
They spent like way too long though. That was my only gripe. It was like way too long. I was like,
yeah, they could have drawn back some of that scene. Like, it was a lot. I was like, even Kelsey was like, "Oh my God, come on now."
yeah. But all around,
She's had enough. Let's just say Kelsey has had enough of The Boys. She's wanting to be done. She liked it. She liked it. This season though has been a little too much for her.
No, I agree.
And,
it's been almost too much for me. I'm like,
right?
"Fuck."
Yeah, I
But
agree
it's
with that.
it's a good show. I really enjoy it. And that's like even coming from knowing the background of the comics and everything. Comics are phenomenal, by the way. I think it's better. I really Butcher, he's a piece of shit in the show. He's even more of a piece of shit in the comics. But there's like
I mean, I
reason
like
for
him,
that.
but he's definitely
Go ahead.
he's definitely about himself.
Yeah. But see, I feel like the first couple seasons really, like, he was still about the team and everything. This season, he's definitely taken on his comic book counterpart, being more selfish and being about himself.
Yeah,
But
he just wants to kill Homelander without caring about anybody else.
Yeah. Which it's just like this season is that only time I'm like, for Butcher's character, they should have just stuck with the full story from the comics over to the show, because you would understand why he is like that even more so. Like, the comics really go into depth on it, and it's different too. There's similarities that they drug over, but they changed some things. Because like Butcher in the comics, straight badass, mercenary, just, fucking, that's all he was going to do with his life. He had a rough childhood, like, hated his dad, all this jazz. Dad beat his mom, beat him, beat his brother, all that. So that's where he gets like his toughness from. And then he meets his wife, and his wife really changes him, blah, blah, blah. And the thing, I'm going to spoil this for you, spoiler alert. So you know how she has a son in the show?
Mm-hmm.
The son in the baby in the comics literally tears himself outside of her stomach. That's how she dies, and kills her. And Butcher ends up having to kills the baby, because the baby's like freaking out and destroying shit. And spoiler alert, Butcher, he doesn't have any superpowers, but he would just beat it to death. So yeah, it's fucked up. But from that point on, he hates superheroes, and he gets recruited by a guy who's been doing this for a lot longer than him. I can't remember his name. And then that's where they recruit everybody else. Like I was telling you last night, Mother's Milk actually has, he has superhuman strength to a point, but that's only because he's drinking his mother's milk. That's where he gets nicknamed. But that's like what's keeping him alive. If he stopped drinking it, he would die. So it's just like kind of funny. Kind of it's fucked up, but it's like that's where I wish they would have, because if you know Homelander in the show, he's drinking milk, breast milk.
Yeah.
And that comes from mother's milk.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was funny how they tied it to Homelander instead of mother's milk. But it doesn't make sense since mother's milk is called mother's milk.
Yeah.
What do they call them in the show though? It's like MM.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I always forget people's names.
Yeah,
but Frenchie, name person. Frenchie, I can remember because that's Frenchie.
Honestly, his character in the show phenomenal.
Yeah, he's great.
I love Frenchie. In the comics, he's even better. I don't know why, but like they casted such a great guy, and he fits well. There's not too much that strays with Frenchie, other than
is the one girl,
the talking chick. No, yeah, she doesn't talk.
She can't talk. Is she in the?
Yeah. But there's like her story is even more fucked up. So like it's like Japan, I think it was Japan or China, I can't remember. I want to say Japan tries to do the compound V formula, and she's like somewhere down the line, and she ends up escaping and just fucking murking all these people. But she does build like a relationship, but she doesn't talk in the comics. She builds a relationship. I think it is with Frenchie. But like she didn't have a childhood, and so they got her story pretty good. But
yeah,
you know how she had like a brother in that second season. Yeah, she doesn't. So
well, they got to add something somewhere, make it their own.
Anyways, good show, everybody. Go check out The Boys.
Definitely not if you're
at work.
Yeah, or if you're just not into that type of horror or violence or
again
nudity.
Season 3 has definitely taken it above and beyond that point. All right, well, I think that's enough about The Boys for tonight. Go check it out, though.
Yeah, everybody, check it out. If you can stomach all the craziness and that.
I'm going to get to my score on Old Elk, Old Fashioned. I thought it was a good old fashioned. Not my favorite. It was just unique. It had a unique aspect about it. You get your whiskey flavor right off the bat, and then it kind of goes away. Then you're getting simple syrup, bitters. Even like I was getting an orange like taste, even though all I do is squeeze it over. Yeah, I garnish it, but so got that. But then the thing that I would say kind of puts it back up is the finish. The finish was there and Cody pointed it out. It could have been just that extra barley, right?
Yeah.
So because there was a finish that I normally don't get with old fashions that I got with this one. So that was pretty unique about it. I'm just right there at a 4.2, 4.3 with this one. And again, the only reason why it is even that high is the finish. That unique aspect. Like it was good. It just definitely not as good as Horse Soldiers last week.
Yeah, that was the thing too for me. I was like, man, this whiskey is just in the old fashioned. It's good, has a unique flavor, like you were saying, which I enjoyed. The barley and it was kind of different, but a lot of the other flavors kind of took over a lot. But the finish did come through with the barley and everything, which was nice. It was kind of unique, like you were talking about, which I enjoyed. But Horse Soldier, man, last week it has such a step like the best old fashioned we've done.
Yeah.
So I mean, this one, I would say maybe 4.1.
4.1.
Yeah.
You want to? So
we can settle on 4.2.
4.2. Yeah. Let's do 4.2. That was because I was right there, 4.2, 4.3 range. So I got this We got 4.3, 4.4, 4.2. Let me actually throw that in real quick. Yeah, 4.3 right now. So still very solid whiskey. It's
oh yeah.
I'm gonna write down 4.3, but I imagine that it may change. It may go up or down depending on what we get up with Coke. So
Yeah. Right now in my book, since we only have 2 in this category, Forest Soldiers
better
for sure.
I would definitely say that it is definitely better. Only way though that Old Elk beats it is on the rocks.
Yeah.
Yes. Big time.
Yeah, it beats it on the rocks pretty good. I enjoyed it. It just has more flavor and has a good smell and just carries through better.
And even me, it was just right there, really close to Forest Soldier. Not as good in my book, but still close.
Yeah, it was definitely close. Man, I'm excited for this Tangerine Mule.
Yeah, Tangerine Mule is up next. It's a specialty cocktail, so the score doesn't go against the score. It's just, but we'll still give this specialty cocktail a score.
Yeah,
that would be just our like preference score. Definitely go if you get this bottle. Definitely check out that one. They actually have a list if you go to their website. Really helpful. They have a ton of them. We were talking right after we were discussing the Tangerine Mule, all the other ones they had, and I would definitely like to try a couple of those other ones.
Most definitely.
But this is the one we're doing tonight, so we'll be right back.
All right, so we're back here with our Tangerine Mule. So we got, yeah, it looks pretty good. Smells good. So
yeah, it smells great.
Want me to go through the ingredients real quick?
Yeah, definitely.
So we got an ounce of tangerine squeezed juice from a fresh tangerine. Then we got an ounce of lime juice, or half an ounce of lime juice squeezed. And then we have 1.5 ounces of the Old Elk bourbon. And then we have the
4 ounces of ginger.
4 ounces of ginger beer in here, but then you top it with crushed ice and then garnish with a tangerine peel or a wedge, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what we got here.
Yep. Well, it's called what is it called again? Tangerine Mule?
Yeah, Tangerine Mule.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody.
Definitely better than the one the other night. But
oh man, I'm digging this.
I don't think I'm a fan of ginger beer. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah. Yeah, the aftertaste ain't great. I mean, the ginger beer. But this is good. I actually enjoy this. This is probably one of my favorite specialty cocktails, just off that first swig.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine came out really good. That's a good drink, especially with the crushed ice. I love the crushed ice.
It'd be good without the ginger beer. I'm just not a fan of ginger beer.
All right, mules aren't Robbie's thing.
No. This that one drink we did, was it George Dickel with the ginger syrup or whatever it was we did? That was it was ginger something. We had to do something with it. That was good.
It was syrup.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Ginger syrup.
Yeah, that was good.
That one was really good.
That one was really good, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I like the aftertaste on the ginger beer. So
yeah.
Like
I enjoy this. The tangerine in mine is just the fresh tangerine juice that I got in here that's squeezed. It's just really good. I really enjoy it.
I think I would enjoy it. Do half an ounce less of the ginger beer, and like I said, another half ounce of whiskey. Because
a little more whiskey wouldn't hurt.
The flavors I get from the citrus, like the lime and tangerine, are great. The whiskey, like, it's hard to tell I'm even drinking something with, alcohol. But that ginger beer is just,
Yeah, definitely get the alcohol. Like, I know there's alcohol in here. No. As far as like the bourbon profile, no. So as far as the score goes for this drink on its own, how it's supposed to be made on the website, I actually like it. I think it's like, I would give it a 4.2. I think it's better than a lot of the specialty cocktail ones we've done. Because if you look back at a lot of those, we gave them like 4, just straight up 4. A lot of those scores. I think this one's better, in my opinion.
Yep. I don't agree. I think it's about 3.5 on a good day. Adding the more whiskey definitely helped out with it. But see, that's me. I just don't think I like the ginger beer. I don't like the aftertaste it leaves.
Yeah.
But all the other ingredients, again, I think for me, do about 3 to 3.5 ounces of the ginger beer and increase the whiskey to like 2 ounces, and everything else the same. I think this is probably be a phenomenal drink, but with the ingredients that I made it at, it's just not for me. Adding the whiskey definitely helped though. So
Kelsey had this downstairs. She really liked it. That was really good. I as far as, I know, if you don't like ginger beer, obviously you're not gonna like this drink. But this is better than a lot of the other cocktails, specialty cocktails we've done, I think. I don't know, maybe my tangerine was just really good on this. The tangerine just tastes really good in mine. So, yeah, I don't know. I just like it.
Yep. Well, and to each their own on the specialty cocktail. And honestly, this is a big reason why we don't add these scores into it, because obviously there's going to be a huge discrepancy. There's things that Cody
there's a lot of
like.
There's a lot of different ingredients that go into these. So it's like, if you don't like a certain thing of the ingredients, then obviously that drink's not for you. But yeah, man, dude, it's fun though. I like doing these cool drinks, like making them. I enjoy making them and squeezing all the fresh stuff, and so that was fun.
I definitely like the fresh ingredients. That's
one thing I enjoy squeezing them, dude. Yeah. Like, no joke. It's like, it's good.
Well, and it, like, the smell you get from it, the smell it leaves on your hands, it's just all around good. But like, whenever I was even at Whole Foods, I would prefer, or Fresh Market, not Whole Foods, Fresh Market. I would prefer going to get better ingredients, squeezing it, making it right, than just getting some cheap juice at like Walmart. So
I got mine were in glass bottles.
And who knows, maybe just getting a better ginger beer may help.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Fuck. But I mean, shit, dude. Fun drink, fun to make. This could be like with the crushed ice and everything. You could make a big thing in this. This would be like, I would enjoy this during summer.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure, like, even, you know, Emily Cullen, some of these other people would enjoy it. I just, that's one I didn't.
You don't like ginger beer, dude. Okay.
Yeah. I'll try it. If I could find a better, fancier, whatever ginger beer, I'll try it again. I'm always willing to try things, but yeah, that aftertaste just not the best for me.
Yeah, ginger beer does have an aftertaste. It's kind of not the best, for sure. I agree with that. Well, all right, everybody.
There we go.
So this one is.
Yeah, let's run through the scores again real quick. Let everybody know what we gave it overall. We will be trying this on Coke tonight together. So
Yeah, so overall we gave it a 4.3. And that's with the 3 scores. Neat was 4.3. On the rocks it was a 4.4, and with the old fashioned it was a 4.2. So it dropped down, kind of lost a little bit. It wasn't the. It was a unique flavor with the old fashioned.
it was unique.
Good. It was good. It was just not as good. Not as good as what we just had last week.
Yeah.
So not even close. So it was like.
This one may fluctuate too. This is a new category. This is our second whiskey in this category. So
Horse Soldier set the bar. I mean, it's the best old fashioned I think we've had. Kind of beat out 10-year Russell. We decided.
I think it'd be close on that. I would like to still try them together.
Yeah.
I think Horse Soldier would beat it out. I don't want to say that because, as you could tell, whenever we did our, old fashioned off or face off, I really thought Legion, because Legion's still a phenomenal old fashioned. I didn't expect, like we were talking, I didn't expect the 10-year to be just that much better. It was so good.
Yeah, it was so good. It was funny though, like when we were reviewing the blind, and we both initially thought it was Russell, and then you stuck to your guns, and then I was like, it's something. And then I was like, no, it's Legion. And then it kind of got mixed up, and then it was
they're also hard when they're that good. Now since we've done them together though, I would be able to pick out which one's which.
Yeah. 100%.
But doing them like how we do right now, where we try it this way, but it's like weeks on end before we have another old fashioned to that caliber. It's hard to I could tell the difference.
Yeah.
So even like last week, that's fresh in my mind, and I don't want to say that Four Roses would just absolutely beat out 10-year. So I think it would, but I don't want to say it.
Wait, you think
not Four Roses, Horse Soldier, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Would beat out 10-year. Russell.
I think it'd be really, really close.
I think it'd be close, but I think it would.
So good.
No, I agree. It's just I don't want to say it would because we don't. I don't know. We don't.
Yeah, we don't know yet for sure, but
so that's all.
It's a different category too, so
it is, but
it's more money. So I think.
Okay. Those two, I almost bought 10-year the other night. I should have. I was this close. I was like, oh, should I buy it? Should I buy it?
I would like to buy it again.
Part of my selfishness, because we were going to go drink with friends, I was like, I don't want to get this right now and it'd be all gone in the morning. I was like, I'll wait.
Nah, at that point, you just buy some 101 Wild Turkey.
Yeah, I just got Iowa Double Rye, which still really good in my book. Like, I poured it neat. I was like, holy shit, I still love this one. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, guys. This was a great whiskey. Old Elk. This is, again, blended straight bourbon whiskey. couple cool facts before we get off. They do a different proofing process. They call it the slow cut. Pretty cool. Instead of 24 to 48 hours, they do weeks, they say. So that's really cool.
And it is smooth. It is definitely.
It's a very smooth. It's great, neat. We enjoyed it. 4.3 strong, like Cody said. And then 4.4, I would definitely recommend this one. Go grab a bottle, drink it on the rocks. Let us know what you think. I thought it was its best way tonight. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I got a glass sitting in the freezer right now with an ice cube that I'm going to pour more on after we do Coke when we're gaming here. So, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. And, you know, if anybody wants to game with us,
oh, yeah,
send us a message. You can come game with the blue collar whiskey drinkers.
Yeah, no, definitely. Shoot us a message on Instagram. We'll let you know we play on Xbox. So whatever you guys play on, I'm sure we could add you.
Yeah,
on whatever game it is.
most things are cross compatible nowadays. So
yeah. All right. All right, guys, we're getting off on tangents. Old Elk, blended straight bourbon whiskey. Go check it out. Grab yourself a bottle. Let us know what you think. Let them know what you think. If you're anywhere near Fort Collins, definitely recommend, or if you're going to be stopping by Colorado in general, I recommend heading up there, checking out the distillery, even checking out the town of Fort Collins. Very cool town. Yeah. So, but yeah, hey, great whiskey. And you know what? We look forward to the next one. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, great whiskey. Good vibes, everybody. Drink responsibly and cheers.